In this video, let me show you how to create a text area which will automatically grow in size. So a text area is nothing but a multi-line text box where we can enter text in multiple lines. So a text area can be resized by default, and also if the text exceeds its size, scroll bars will be displayed. So what we are going to do is that we will disable the automatic resize option and also the scroll bars option, and then we will write code in such a way that when we add some text in the text area and when it exceeds the size of the text area will automatically resize or automatically grow. So let's see how we can create a text area which will automatically grow in size. To illustrate this, I have already saved a web page. We are writing the code in jQuery. You can do it in simple JavaScript as well. So I have added the title to Autogrowing Text Area and also added reference to the latest jQuery file. Now let's add a text area in the body section. So text area, and we can specify number of rows and columns, right? So I want to have 5 rows and say 10 columns. Okay. And let me specify the ID to be growing because it is going to grow. Now I have added a text area. Let me show you the web page now. Let me refresh. See, this is a text area. Suppose I want to resize it now itself. I can just drag this and we can increase the size. And suppose I reduce the size like this, and let me just type something. jQuery is a JavaScript library. And now you can see scroll bars. Let me type something more which will see. If you want to see the text at the top, you can move this scroll bar and see the text. So I am going to disable this resizing option and also this scroll bar appearing option. Then we will write the code so that text area will be automatically resized or grow. So in order to disable these two options where we can write the code, we have to add it in the CSS part. So let me add the style tag and let me access the element using its ID, growing. And to disable the resize option, that is while dragging it is getting resized, right? So let me specify resize to be none. And also I don't want to get the scroll bars displayed. This scroll bar should not be there, and we want to implement the auto resizing. So in order to avoid the scroll bars, I can specify overflow to be hidden. Okay. Now let's see the page. Let me refresh. See that resize handle is not there. And also suppose I type something. Even it exceeds the size of the text area, scroll bar is not getting displayed. If you want to see the first line, we have to use the cursor. So that part is done. Next, we are going to write the code for automatic resizing. So that we are going to do in the jQuery part. So let me add the script section and let me add the document.ready event, $document.ready, and within this function, open and close parenthesis, open and close curly braces, and here we need to write the code. So on which event we will write the code? We can write it on the key up event. That is, whenever the user enters something, the key up event will be triggered. So let me access the element again, hash growing dot key up. Okay. Again, I need to write function, open and close parenthesis, open and close curly braces, and here we have to write the code. So first we are going to set the height of the element to be auto so that the browser will set the height of the element automatically. I will show you what will happen if we are not setting this auto value. Okay, so first let me set the height to be auto for the element. So I can access the element like this dot style dot height to be auto. Okay. Then I'm going to get the entire height of the element using scroll height property, and we are going to set it as the height of the element. That is, I am going to specify this dot style dot height to be this dot scroll height. Then it should be set in px, that is pixels. So I'm specifying px. So what we have done, we have specified the height to be auto, that is the browser will set the height automatically, and immediately we are specifying this dot style dot height to be this dot scroll height. This will give the height of the element, total height of the element, including padding. So let's see what happens now. Now let me refresh this. Let me again type something. jQuery is a JavaScript library which makes JavaScript, see, programming a lot more easier. Now you could see the whole text without moving the cursor or without using the scroll bar. Now suppose I don't have this line. That is, let me comment this line and show you what happens. Let me refresh. Let me type. See, whenever I enter a character, the size is getting automatically increased. As you could see here, see, whenever I press a character or even backspace, now I'm just entering the space. Even then, the size of the text area is increasing. So in order to avoid that, we have specified the height to be auto, which means the browser will set the height of the element automatically. And then using the scroll height property, we are setting the height of the element immediately, which means that this will give us the height of the element, total height of the element, including padding. That is set as the height of the element here. And we have specified px, that is pixels as well. So if we do not have this line of code, whenever we enter a character or even a space, see, the size is getting increased. We don't want that. Whenever the size of the text is more than the size of the text area, we want to increase the size, not when each and every character or space is entered. So that is why we have added this option to automatically set the height of the element, and later we set the height to be scroll height, which is the total height of the element. So this is how we can create a text area which will automatically resize as and when we enter some values. If we have these two options, this automatic growing is not required or automatic resizing is not required, because by moving the handle, resize handle, the user can increase the size of the text area. Also, if overflow hidden is not given, scroll bars will be added automatically when the size of the text is more than the size of the text area. So in order to avoid that, we have specified resize to be none and overflow to be hidden, and also then implemented the functionality which will automatically resize or which will allow the text area to grow automatically as and when we enter the text.